Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing another bit of fog fun. I guess your idea of whether it's fun or not kind of very dependent. It could be a very scary thing that we're heading into, as what it looks like right now, or it could be a bit of an adventure. Feels like, Mondays have almost become fog days, really. Not literally. Anything to mention before we take a look at today's puzzle? I read through the rule set, and I'm actually going to say this is not necessarily a fog puzzle. I think this is a dynamic fog puzzle. If you're feeling confused, don't worry. I'll walk you quickly through the rule sets with another bit of fog fun by Ebiggie. Thank you for pointing out how I actually pronounce this handle. Ebiggie did actually leave some additional instructions for colorblind. Sorry, I did actually have to trim it from the side here just to actually fit it all on the screen. So just remember that all of the text is both in the link description down below, where you can actually get to see it when you're playing, as well as in the description down below, just more generally. In terms of rule sets, let's just quickly walk you through them. We've got normal Sudoku, German whispers, which are green lines, Renbans, which are purple, X pairs, so cells separated by an X must sum up to 10, no negative constraints, KROPKI dots, black and white dots, again, no negative constraints, and then the dynamic fog. I'm going to kind of struggle to walk you through some of this, but let's start with normal Sudoku. So place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row. Every column, of course, every 3x3 box, so clearly these are without any repeats. The German whispers, if you imagine that this Renban line here, this purple line, is actually green, then it would be a German whisper line. And essentially, if this cell is 2, the neighbors would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to be 5 or more away. If this happens to be an 8, this would have to be 1 or 3 to be 5 or more away. And then you oscillate essentially between high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to high digits and back and forth you go. We've got Renbans, so digits along a purple Renban line must be a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cell Renban. Essentially, that could be the digits 1 through to 7, 2 through to 8, 3 through to 9. Essentially, we've got 2 digits that are on the edges of the number line here, so that we can form 7 consecutive digits in any order on there. No repeats. Keep going. X pairs, we've got an X pair in here. So essentially, if this is a 2, this would have to be an 8 to make sure that these 2 cells add up to 10. If I do something such as follows, 2 and 8 in here, where these 2 cells add up to 10, that's allowed. There are no negative constraints. KROPKI dots, if that was the 2, this would have to be 1 or 4, so that one cell is double the other if it's black. Now, if it's white, it has to be consecutive, so it would be 1 or 3. And again, no negative constraints, so a 4 in there, a 3 in here, no white dot, no black dot, all of that is allowed under today's rules. Then last but not least, we've got the dynamic fog. What essentially will do is it will reveal almost like random cells across this. So just if the 2 is correct in here, and it doesn't reveal these cells, not to worry. It may end up being that you need to plug in a few numbers before it reveals like a group of cells over here. So, as always, to play along, links in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Now, I'm sure you've already kind of immediately noticed what's going on in here. I need, like I said, 7 consecutive digits in some order on this Renban. Now, the nature of these 2 cells is that you need to have a high digit and a low digit to get to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with 6, 7, 8, 9. The only way this works with the 7 cell Renban is I use 1 and 9 to have 2 through to 8 in there. So that's a 1, 9 pair. Black KROPKI dot cells, so there's the power of 2 group. There's the 3 and 6 group. Whenever you have 3 that cannot repeat, you're dealing with 1, 2, 4, 8. We've already used the 1 on the 1, 9, so this is 2, 4, 8 with our first digit. And that immediately, as you can see, reveals all the way down here. I don't think I'm going to need these as references. Just keep that number line idea when we talk a little bit later about any other Renbans. Right. A cell that is not 1 or 9, actually, that is seeing 3 neighbors. So this is actually going to be helpful. So remember, German whispers oscillate between high and low digits. So let's call this purple. These are going to be oranges. If you think about German whisper lines for a second, and I've deliberately done it that way, 1 and 9 are the most permissive, where to be 5 or more away, you actually have a ton of options, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4. But as you go sort of kind of down / up this line, the number of possibilities is basically going to keep shrinking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, only 1. So what's interesting in here is this cell has 3 neighbors. So it really can only be from 1, 9 and 2, 8, because all the others do not have 3 neighbors. They only have 2 neighbors. So none of these work. And we know that 1, 9 doesn't. So this cell has to be 2, 8. And essentially that purple 2, 8 is going to use kind of the 1, 2, 3 or the 7, 8, 9. This cell has to be purple. Essentially, I'm not going through the 5, can't have 5 on German whispers, so this one has to be the same polarity, and this one is my last orange. Now, the extreme digit is essentially the one that's missing. I don't have 4 or 6 in these, so it's not in these 3, that's the 4 or 6. So this has to be the 1 or 9. Why do I 9? There. So we end up with 1, 9, 2, 8, 4, 6, etc. And then hopefully, yes, it is hopefully, the 4 immediately gives us the 6, the 1, the 2, and these are 7, 8, 9 triples, 3, 4, 5 triple, and not a 4. I love dynamic fog. It just bounces you all over the place. Right, what more do we know? Almost 6 cells with this cell. Right, so we need still a low digit and a high digit. So that part is obvious. And I mean, it's either 1, 9 or 2, 8. And I don't think it's 2, 8 because if it's 2, 8, I need the 1, 9s off the Renban. And essentially, I can only have one of them. So once again, this is 1, 9. Once again, this is 2, 8. I have one of the 2 8s, so the other one has to be here, I'm going to say. I'm just going to double check this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we remove the 1 and 9. We've removed one of the 2 8s. It doesn't matter. So all of the rest is 6 cells. Sorry, let me try that again. We've kept one of the 2 8s, and therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the other 2 8 is off this 6 cell Renban. So this is indeed 2, 8. The 1, 9s are not available. This is 3, 7. This cell, without it being 1, 2, or 8, so back to the black KROPKI dot digits, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 3, 6. So 1 is off the table. The 2, I mean, even that is a 2, it's not on there. So the 2 is off the table. The 8 is off the table. So it can only be from 4, 3, and 6. The only way we're going to create a pair is a 3, 6 pair in here, a 7 in there, and therefore an 8 in here. That 8 forces this to be 2, 1, and 9. Fantastic. And then we end up with a 4, 5 pair in here. Right, this one next. And yeah, I've replaced the colors. So I am going to use oranges and purples. So essentially, of course, skip a digit, orange, skip a digit, orange, etc. Whenever you have black KROPKI dot pairs that are the same polarity, that is low, because you can't have 2 high digits. 1, 2 pair up, 2, 4 can pair up, 3, 6 can pair up, then the last one is 4, 8 can pair up. Can't have 6 and 8 pairing up. So this is definitely low. These are high. 8 or 9, this is 6 or 7. Therefore, this is 1 or 2 to obey the German whisper 5 or more away. I can't go any bigger. That is not a 2, that's a 1. Confirmed. And then that would have to be a 2 because of the black KROPKI dot. Run of 3, so it can only be 2, 4, 8, and this is not a 2, so that's a 4. This is a 2, 8 pair. And I think this is forced in the sense that it's at least a 5-cell Renban. I can't tell if these are in or not. We know that 1 is not, so, well, we know 1 is here. I'm tempted to say that's a 1-9 pair. It can't be more than a 5-cell Renban. The reason is the 2 and 8 are not available. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the maximum, and the 2 and 8 are not on the Renban. So this is indeed a 1-9 pair. No 9s, and therefore the only place for a 9. Excellent. No 4, the only place for a 4. And then we're left with 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the 6, because we can see line of sight of all 4 high digits in this box. Well, it can't be next to this 2. So this is the only place for a 6. These are from 7, 8, 9s. And they line up in columns 7 and 9. So the 8 and 9 have to be up here. So this is not going to be 4, 6 or 1, 9 or 2, 8. This can only be 3, 7. This is not a 7. There's another 1, 2, 8, 9 somewhere in here. It's not this cell. It's one of these two. And the other 2 digits are 4 and 5. Don't know. I mean, these are 3, 4, 5s. This is not a 3. I mean, this is not the 1, 2, 8, 9 because we've got all of them. So essentially, I'm just, looking at column 7, there is 3 of 1, 2, 8, 9s. So to complete the column, I need a 4th 1, 2, 8, 9 and then another 4, 5. Now this cell here is not 1, 2, 8 or 9. So it can only be 4 or 5. It is not a 4. So I'm going to say it is a 5. That works. That's 4. And this is another 1, 2, 8, 9. Except it is not 8 or 9 as we've established earlier. So this is 1 or 2. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? 8s and the 9s line up. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that's correct. So this cell, I mean, one of them is going to be a high digit. It's actually, one of them is going to be a low digit, and it's going to be quite limited. And it can't be this cell because 1, 2, 4, and 3 are not available. So this is the low digit. It's not 2 or 4, and it's not 3. It can only be a 1. And therefore a 9 and a 1. And no 9s, and another 9. And then the 1 here gave me a 2 there, and an 8 here, and a 2 there. 7, 8 pair, oh, no 4s. 3, 5. Then without the 1, 2, and 3, I think this can only be 4 and 8. Except this is the 8, this is the 4. This can't be 3, so therefore this would be 5. And this is a 6, 9 pair, both of which for now work. 5 gave me 3, gave me 5. Sorry, my reactions there are just a little bit thrown off when fog doesn't behave like you expect it to. That's a 7, and then it's 3, 6, not 3, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3. Lovely. Are we going to do a bit of Sudoku? I should do a bit of Sudoku, given it hasn't revealed like another random box somewhere for us to jump onto. I should do a bit of Sudoku, such as a 4 in here. Very disconcerting when it doesn't reveal the cells next to it. This is 2, 7. That's the 2. That's the 7. Okay. Guess I'm on the right track. There is a 1 which can only be in here. 3 that can go anywhere. 5. No, this is not brilliant. 5 is in here. Actually, the 7 gave me an 8, 7, like a long time ago. An embarrassingly long time ago. 8's not here. 8 is in one of these 2 cells. Joint with a 3 or 6. 3 can go here. 6 can go there. And then there's another 3 or 6 with 5, 9. 9's not here or here, so that's the 9. That's the 5. This is the 3 or 6. That doesn't, yeah, that isn't right. 3, 8, 6, and therefore 3 and 6. Can I do better? So essentially, oh, the 2 gave me an 8 and a 2 a long time ago as well. I should do more Sudoku. I really should. 7, 8. It's not my fault that the variants are a lot more entertaining. 5 can only go here. 7 can only go there, and therefore 3, and therefore 7. And that forces a 9 because that's the only one that's 5 or more away from the 3. That forces a 1, a 9. No, I don't need 4. I need 3 and 6. So that's, well, fantastic. It's giving me a Renban here that will probably help. We've got 1, 2, I need 3, 5, and 9. I mean, almost certainly the 3 and 9 are not together. In fact, that cell is not 3 or 9, that is the 5. These 3, 2, 4, and something. 2, 4, and 8. Okay. Not 2, not 8. Fairly sure this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, even if this is 9 and this is 8, that's not 7. So it's definitely not 9. And therefore it's definitely not 8. So 2, 4 pair with an 8. And then we've got what? 1, 7, 1, 6, 7. Not 1, not 6, not 7. Keep going. We need 1, 5, 7. And again, nothing leaps off the page. 3, 8, 9. That's the 3. This is the 8, 9. Can't have a 5 on a German whisper line. So that's 1, that's 7, that's 5. That's a high digit. This will be a low digit. That can't be a 4, so it can only be a 2. Then I need a 4 in one of these two cells. That's not confirmed. 4 and 6. Not confirmed either, but I imagine, yeah, that 5 gave me 4, 5. The 4 gave me 6, 4, 7, 1, 6. I think we've got it from here. 2, 4, 9. And if I've not made any mistakes, 8 for the finish. Oh, that fog didn't slow you down a bit. You clearly did a great job. And I like the kind of double quotes around clearly. Fairly straightforward puzzle, as exactly you would want it to be for a Monday morning. Hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video, and I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.